we're glad you're here. And what was that? You got some others? Efren's kind of shy. He doesn't like to get out in public. You know, he's shy, doesn't like public exposure, getting in front of cameras or anything like that. So he's the ringleader, rah-rah guy for the Chamber of Commerce. So if you don't like getting out in public, you got the wrong job. You know what I mean? No, he does a great job. This is International Literacy Day and International Literacy Month. And it's amazing to me the number of folks that really can't read. And it's unfortunate because it opens up a whole new world if you can read, and you don't even have to leave the comfort of your couch. September the 8th, 2018 has been designated International Literacy Day, and September 2018 has been designated as National Literacy Month by educational leaders in this country. These leaders have called upon all Americans to meet our literacy problems head-on, giving freely of their time and assistance whenever possible. More than 50,000 adults in Corpus Christi do not have a high school diploma or a GED, and more than 17% read below the 5th grade level. This problem is a vital concern to professional, educational, civic, religious, and volunteer groups in our community. As former United Nations Secretary Kofi Annan declared, literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. It is a tool for daily life in modern society. It is a bulwark against poverty and a building block of development as an essential complement to investments in roads, dams, clinics, and factories. For everyone everywhere, literacy, along with education in general, a basic human right. Literacy is the road to human progress and the means through which every man, woman, and child can realize his or her full potential. The Corpus Christi Literacy Council, formed in 1986, continues to initiate and coordinate literacy efforts within our community and to provide needed help to interested citizens. The Literacy Council has served more than 7,000 adults in Corpus Christi through the one-on-one volunteer tutor program and classroom instructions. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim September the 8th, 2018, International Literacy Day, and September 2018 International Literacy Month in Corpus Christi. So we'd like to give this, and who's going to be the spokesman for the, all right?
Thank you. Okay. You do your proclamation. Great. I'm giving this to our board president. Thank you. Well, I'm Dr. Mary Gleason. I'm the Literacy Council Director, and we have representatives from the city libraries, from Chamber of Commerce, from Garcia Center, from the university, from the college, even from the college in Kingsville. So we are a very diverse group because literacy touches every part of our lives. And as you pointed out, it opens up windows to opportunities that you might not otherwise have. So we are trying to improve literacy on all fronts. And by so doing, we are improving the quality of our workforce, which helps businesses. We are improving people's ability to read medical instructions. It improves health. It improves all parts of our lives. So we're a very important part. We got started by a city council commission 35 years ago. So we're still hanging in there and still tackling the issue and making progress.
Well, let's give them a hand for the work, because it's an important one. And we'll get y'all kind of stand up and we'll get a picture here, and then turn around, shake the hands, and sign up some of the council members in case they need a refresher course. sir. All right, you want to hold that behind it, and then I'll do that. All right, this next one is for the Coastal Bend Walk and Roll celebration for Disability Awareness Day. Who's here for that one? Come up. Anyone else? Come on up. And Councilman Hunter's going to help me with this one.
Thank you, Mayor. Coastal Bend Walk and Roll celebration for Disability Awareness Day. Oh, I'm sorry. And rolling. How y'all doing? All right, y'all ready? October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month and National White Cane Day, October 15th, 2018. To be honored by the Coastal Bend Walk and Roll celebration on Saturday, September 29th, 2018, sponsored by Coastal Bend Adaptive Sports and community partners. This year marks the Coastal Bend Walk and Roll celebration's 10-year anniversary. Katia Uriarte, the evening news anchor for Chris TV, and Judge Joe Benavides, Justice of the Peace, Precinct 1, Place 1, will serve as co-chairs for the event. The Coastal Bend is home to over 112,000 individuals of all ages, races, and different walks of life affected by disability, visible or not. The Coastal Bend Adaptive Sports Foundation is built on the premise of helping people with disabilities to push themselves to new levels they might not have discovered otherwise, and to ensure that any individual with a physical challenge and the desire to be more than their disability has the opportunity to acquire the proper equipment, advice, and help. The Coastal Bend Walk and Roll celebration, which began in 2009, has brought together local branches of organizations such as South Texas Lighthouse for the Blind, the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Center, Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend, LR Global LLC, Metrica Inc., Corpus Christi Regional Transportation Authority, the City of Corpus Christi, and other such community resources. It is critically important to the future of our Coastal Bend community that we realize the potential of persons with disabilities through employment integration. You go, Mayor.
All right. I should have this memorized. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the City of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim September 29, 2018, Coastal Bend Walk and Roll celebration for Disability Awareness Day, and encourage all citizens to celebrate the vital contributions of individuals with disabilities as we work towards fulfilling the promises of the ADA to give all our citizens the opportunity to live with dignity, work productively, and to achieve their dreams. So congratulations to you, and we want to, and are you the spokesperson for the?
Hello, my name is Laura Gonzalez, and I am part of the executive committee for the Coastal Bend Walk and Roll celebration. And we invite everybody to come to the event this Saturday, 29th. Hang on. How about you,
This Saturday, September the 29th at Water's Edge Park. This is a very successful event, very popular. There's a lot of people that go out there, different people with special abilities, and it's going to be a beautiful sunny morning. And so we'll have a great event, and we hope that everyone will be out there to help us celebrate October as National Employment Awareness for the Disabled Month.
Please come out and join us. I talk a lot, so that's why I kind of passed it around.
Thank you very much. Get a picture. Stay here and we'll get, you got the proclamation. You want to hold it in front of you there? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Thank you, sir. You bet. Thank you. All right, our next one is going to be the National Association of Town Watch for National Night Out. Who's here for that one? I think what they're saying is if you're out at night, these guys are looking for you. All right. Councilman Garza is going to help me with this one.
I feel pretty safe right now. The National Association of Town Watch, that's the NATW, has announced the 35th Annual National Night Out program will take place on Tuesday, October the 2nd, 2018. National Night Out is designed to heighten crime and drug prevention awareness, generate support for and participation in local anti-crime programs, strengthen neighborhood spirit and police community partnerships, and send a message to criminals letting them know that the neighborhoods are organized and that they're fighting back. The first National Night Out was introduced in 1984, with 23 states and 2.5 million Americans participated in traditional outside lights and front porch vigils. Many Corpus Christi neighborhoods, along with most cities and towns, now celebrate National Night Out with a variety of special citywide and neighborhood events such as block parties, cookouts, parades, festivals, and visits from local law enforcement, safety fairs, and youth events. It is vital that all citizens of Corpus Christi be aware of the importance of crime prevention programs and the impact of their participation can have on reducing crime, drugs, and violence in their neighborhoods. Police community partnerships, neighborhood safety awareness, and cooperation are important themes of National Night Out program.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim October the 2nd, 2018 National Night Out in Corpus Christi to encourage all citizens to join their neighbors, the law enforcement organizations, and the National Association of Town Watch in supporting the 35th Annual National Night Out. We commend you for all you're doing, and let me just take a second. I don't know whether you saw the article that was, today is Tuesday, so it may have come out Saturday or Friday, I don't remember when, but anyway, the headline was, Corpus Christi is a comeback city. And what they were doing, and this was from the National, I don't remember, my comprehension's not too good from 4 or 5 days ago, but the bottom line was that they were, Corpus Christi is recognized as a comeback city because of the substantial reduction in major crimes from 2006 until 2016. And it's because of the chief and the folks that are providing our public safety for us in here, and I just think they need to be commended and recognized for the job they're doing in implementing new technology, new thinking outside the box of how we address this. And this National Night Out is one thing. But Chief, congratulations to you and your staff over there for the great work you're doing and that reduction and that notice. So if you didn't, I need to get you a copy of that article. You've probably seen it, but you need to have copies of it to pass around because you're doing a great job. So let's give them a hand for what they're doing. And
we want to welcome everybody here, and we want to invite you to come out to our kickoff, which is going to be at Cimarron Park at 8109 Rockcrest. The event's going to have our chief here giving out or lighting up our switch and getting the neighborhoods to get together, work together with our law enforcement community to try to reduce crime. So we welcome and we invite you all to attend.
Just one thing, we'll be out and about, National Night Out. Remember, it's a night of community and fellowship and humanizing your police department. Remember, we are your police department. And we need to make sure that you are unabashed in reaching out to us and having real conversations with us as human beings and as individuals, and vice versa. So National Night Out is a great platform for that. We hope all of you are in your neighborhoods. If you don't have a National Night Out yet organized, give us a call at the Crime Prevention Office, and we will help you do so. But it's a great night. We'll send people out, make sure we're talking and enjoying the fellowship. So thank you.
Thank you. Let's get a picture here. All right, our next proclamation is, again, recognizing the good work of folks that do 24/7, do what they do to keep us safe and protected and respond to our needs in the event there's some type of an accident or a fire or something. So if you're here for National Fire Prevention Week, if you'll come up. You got a few people coming, huh? All right. Well, you should have brought the boot. Got a pretty good crowd here. A couple of Baptists in here. We understand, you pass the boot. So, Claude, you understand passing the boot, don't you?
Absolutely.
If you don't get it up the first time, you pass it again, right?
Look, I can do it now.
All right, the city of Corpus Christi. Oh, wait a minute. I'm jumping in Ben, taking Ben's plate. Ben Molina's going to help me with this. Get me excited on
Thank you, Mayor. I spent some time with the guys one day doing a ride along, and it was dinner time, and so they cooked a nice dinner, and right when we were sitting down about to eat, I put my fork up, and right when I was about to take that first bite, the bell went off. And so I had to put the fork down, and we took off to go to the call. So we take care of the call, head back to the station, go back to warm up my plate because it was already cold, pick up my fork, about to take that first bite, and the bell goes off again. So you got to go. So we appreciate what you guys do. You guys, what you do allows us to enjoy our daily lives, and so thank you for that. The City of Corpus Christi is committed to ensuring the safety and security of those living and visiting our city. Fire departments in the United States responded to 352,000 home fires in 2016 that resulted in 2,735 civilian deaths, according to the National Fire Protection Association. Fire is a serious public safety concern both locally and nationally. The majority of U.S. fire deaths occur at home each year, which is 4 out of 5. Corpus Christi's residents should identify places in their home where fires can start and eliminate those hazards. Smoke alarms should be installed in every sleeping room, outside each separate sleeping area, and on every level of the home. Working smoke alarms cut the risk of dying in reported home fires in half. When residents hear a smoke alarm, they should immediately respond by going outside to the designated meeting place. Residents who have a plan and have practiced their escape plan are more prepared and will be more likely to survive a fire. First responders are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention and protection education. The 2018 Fire Prevention Week theme is Look, Listen, Learn. Be aware fire can happen anywhere. effectively serves to remind us that we need to take personal steps to increase our safety from fire.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I hereby proclaim October 7 through 13 National Fire Prevention Week in Corpus Christi, and urge all the citizens to be aware of their surroundings, look for available ways out of an event, in the event of a fire or other emergencies, respond when a smoke alarm sound by exiting immediately, and to support the many public safety activities and efforts by the Corpus Christi Fire Department during this week. We commend you for what you do, and we thank you for what you do. We really would like for you guys to be the most bored group of people in town and never get a call. But we know when we do, you're ready and you're ready to go, so we appreciate that dedication.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you for those kind words. I couldn't be more prouder of the men and women on the Corpus Christi Fire Department. They're out there doing the job day to day, and at this point, it's my privilege and honor to introduce our fire marshal, our city fire marshal for the city of Corpus Christi, Randy Page.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you, Mayor and Council, for recognizing us for this week. And Councilman Molina, if you notice, firemen always eat quick and fast, and you learn the reason why. This week, or this in October again, Fire Prevention Week is going to be October the 7th through 13th. The mayor explained what our theme was this year. One additional thing we're going to start this year is we're actually going to have an open house night at all 18 fire stations during that week. So on October the 10th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., we're going to have open house. You can come meet your firefighters, bring your kids. We'll give them station tours. We'll have some handout materials for them, and it's just good to come out and meet your local firefighters. So again, thanks for the support.
All right, thank you. Yeah, and that's the best way to meet them. You don't want to meet them when they're on a truck in front of your house. So you won't recognize them. They don't have their nice blue shirts on there. They're ready to go to work. So thank you very much. Let's get a picture, and then okay, Councilman Roy is going to help me with this one, and this one really is a special recognition and action by the council. It makes you kind of scratch your head why we hadn't done this sooner. I guess it just never was brought up or somebody thought about it. But what we're doing is declaring Corpus Christi Purple Heart City in recognition of those that have served us in our military and have got the honor and paid the price to wear the purple shirt. So if you're here a part of the Purple Heart organization, come on up. Ram, you don't have all your band instruments here today. You're not going to play us a tune? All right, and helping me with this is Councilman Roy, who is an Army veteran. So I thought that would be appropriate for him to read this proclamation. And
Again, I want to say that this is a special privilege for me to be able to read this proclamation. The city of Corpus Christi and the state of Texas has always supported the military veteran population. The Purple Heart is the oldest military decoration in present use and was initially created as the badge of military merit by General George Washington in 1782. The Purple Heart was the first American Service Award or decoration made available to the common soldier and is specifically awarded to members of the United States Armed Forces who have been wounded or paid the ultimate sacrifice in combat with a declared enemy of the United States of America. The mission of the Military Order of the Purple Heart is to foster an environment of goodwill among the combat wounded veteran members and their families, promote patriotism, support legislative initiatives, and most importantly, make sure we never forget. Corpus Christi has a large, highly decorated veteran population, including many Purple Heart recipients. Corpus Christi appreciates the sacrifices of our Purple Heart recipients made in defending our freedoms and believe it is important that we acknowledge them for their courage and show them the honor and support that they have earned.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim the city of Corpus Christi a Purple Heart city, and encourage the citizens of the city of Corpus Christi to honor the service and sacrifice of our nation's men and women in uniform wounded or killed by the enemy while serving to protect freedoms enjoyed by all Americans. Signed it the 25th of September. So it's a real honor and pleasure for me to say thank you on behalf of the citizens of Corpus Christi. We're glad we're able to do this, and we should have done this earlier, but I don't think it ever just dawned on us. Ram, you brought this to our attention, so thank you very much, and all the work that you and the veterans do. So let's give them let's stand up and give them a round of applause and expression of appreciation for all they've done. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed an honor to be here this morning. This group of men and women who have earned the Purple Heart, it's a great tradition. In this group that you see before you, we cover almost 80 years. We have World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. We have active duty members who are Purple Heart recipients. We have a prisoner of war from the Vietnam War. We represent 80 years of our city's history. And in half of those years, I've known Joe McComb for over 40 years. And the minute I called him up, because he's always been supportive of veterans over the time that we've known each other, and he immediately said, yes, let's do it. There was no hesitation. He didn't call for a quorum, by the way. You know, he didn't ask the city council. He just said, yes, let's go for it. And the reason we're doing it today is very special. Friday was POWMI Day. We have a prisoner of war in our group who's a Purple Heart recipient. This Saturday, the last Sunday of September, is Gold Star Mother's Day. They lost a child, and they have their Purple Heart. So this is a very special day that all these men standing here before you represent those families, those men and women. Now, many of these guys, we were all under fire. We didn't fall off a truck. We didn't trip in the parade grounds. We were under fire. Some of us were treated and continued fighting. Some of us were evacuated to hospital and came back 2 weeks later and continued fighting. Some of us went to hospital ship and woke up in a hospital in Houston, Texas a month later. But all of us stand here. Each one of us represents those kind of men who wear the Purple Heart and women who have been wounded now in our present day. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud indeed that Corpus Christi will be now Purple Heart City, since one of the most patriotic cities in the state of Texas. We thank the state of Texas, our state commander, John Lukowitz, who has provided and supported this new project, and we're very honored to be here. So on behalf of all the Purple Hearts, thank you. We salute you, Mayor and City Council. Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. Let's we'll get a picture and then say hello to the council back here. Well, Elizabeth's gone. And because this is kind of a special day, when you do leave, I understand there's some cookies and punch. Just kind of have a opportunity, if you see these guys out there, shake their hand, pat them on the back, tell them thank you, but enjoy some refreshments out in the lobby when you leave. We'd encourage you to stick around either for the public comment, or if not, to come back following the public comment for those presentations by the on the Harbor Bridge, and also on the Freeze and Nickel study as we're moving forward with desalination and solving our water problem. So thank you guys again. Appreciate it. Yeah, they took a picture. See you, sir.
Still walking. That's right. You look
93 years old. Looking good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, good for you. We're glad you're home.
Yeah, I remember that when they spit in my face.
Hey, we're proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Tough old bird. All right, the last thing on our activities, and then we'll get to public comment. I'd like to ask these people to come up. They have graciously accepted the responsibility of serving on one of our boards or commissions. Luis Cabrera, Sister City Committee, Mark Arnold, Sister City Committee, and Ed Sample, Ethics Commission. Thank you. Ed Sample.
How you doing, sir?
I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a while. You look great.
For those of you that don't know, Ed Sample served on the city council.
1975 to 1981, 3 terms.
There you go. And he's been contributing to this city for many, many years and continues to contribute. And we appreciate that attitude and your willingness to do it. And we also thank you all for doing it. If you'd be kind enough to raise your right hand, and I will read the oath of office. I'll say aye and then get you to say your name. And then if you'll just repeat after me after you say your name. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of a member of the board to which I have been appointed and upon which I am about to enter, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state and of this city, so help me God. Thank you both, all of you, not both, all of you for your willingness to serve, and you're now officially sworn in, and she will take you back to wherever she does to get you all lined up to make sure she's got the right information, tell you when the meetings are, where not to mail the checks and all that good stuff. So let's get a picture and then say hello to the council up here. Huh? Oh, yeah. Let's move down this way.